It's the 12th of October 2009. I'm making this video because there's always a lot of talk on YouTube about the state of Israel, and I shouldn't have to say that I'm in no way an apologist for the war crimes that Israel has and continues to inflict upon the Palestinian people, but I find a lot of the dialogue on here very unhelpful. I think the consequence of most of it is drawing up lines where the apologists for Israel place their backs against the wall and become more fundamentalist and less willing to listen, and certainly not about to make concessions to anyone who sets themselves up directly as their sworn enemies. And since Israel is the side with all the guns and a virtual carte blanche to, commit acts of violence without recompense, perpetuating that sort of tendency in Israel's defenders is hardly productive. So here it is. The history of the creation of the State of Israel is violent and bloody, as we all know. Now, I'm not going to go into details and discuss who did what and who was right or wrong. You can find all that stuff here on YouTube or on the internet. The point I want to make is that in psychology, we know that children who have had a trauma at birth exhibit many different pathologies as a result, and a very prevalent one is paranoia over whether or not they have the right to exist. Does that sound familiar to anyone? By the principle of as above, so below, I deduce that there's no coincidence in the fact that Israel apologists always harp on about having the right to exist. The current generation of Israelis weren't involved in the violence that birthed the State of Israel, at least, but they can be seen as the children of that history. So, Israel must be treated like a child with violent upbringing. That involves 1. Removing its ability to harm others, 2. Assuring it that it itself is not under threat from others, and 3. Working to rehabilitate the child so that it can adapt and reintegrate as a sane member of society. What most anti-Zionist campaigners don't clock is the fact that Israelis still consider themselves to be the victims. And a lot of the campaigning and the slogans and acts that the anti-Zionist campaigners undertake give power to that belief system. Tout comprendre, c'est tout pardonner.